Welcome to Google Hangout Content Strategies. My name is Frances Flint Horson, and I put together some thoughts about real estate content here, but really anyone in any kind of business can listen and learn and join the discussion. Something very exciting happened on May 13th, 2013. Something very exciting because there was a fundamental shift that happened online. What happened on May 13th was a monumental shift that will change the way we engage. What happened on May 13th had immediate impact on search engine rankings, ad placement strategies, and the rules of online engagement. It was an enormous shift at Google Plus that disrupted the entire state of the Internet. And lots of people have become so blinded by all the shiny objects they see every day that they're missing the main points about what just happened. So I'm not going to launch into a day-long discussion about all the ramifications about this, but I am going to focus on an important piece of that shift and what it means to you and me and how we can leverage some important changes to advance our business. If you think that Google Plus is nothing but a ghost town, think again. Google Plus is Google's newest baby. Yes, it's been around for a while, but Google Plus was mostly gestational until May 15th. The baby is born, and Google is highly attentive to everything that happens there. The piece of this shift where I am focused is Google Hangouts. You can use Google Plus and YouTube to create a new communication channel for your clients and your prospects and attract new customers, new business relationships, and new talent for your team. Google Hangouts have been around for a while, but it's been mostly a beta kind of thing. Google has been working out a lot of kinks, and they're still working on some of them, but what they have right now, today, is a platform that will change the way our business is done, change the way we consume content, and change the way our customers consume our content. And we have a choice before us right now. Catch the wave right now, or once again miss a golden opportunity. In an earlier shift, when search engine rankings were new words in our vocabulary, there was lots of talk about search engine optimization, meta tags, keywords, tags. And these things still do matter, but it's a new ballgame now. Engagement now plays a critical role in search engine rankings. How long do people stay on your website after they arrive? How often do people share your posts? How much engagement is there on your social web? You know, Google measures engagement now. Engagement matters. Engagement is critical to online success in any business. Engagement will create new market leaders, and market leadership is the new SEO. In this video, we are going to lay the groundwork and get you ready to start doing your own Hangouts. I mean, really, really ready. I will explain what this shift means in your business. Explain what a Hangout is in very basic terms from a strategic standpoint, and show you a precise formula for content planning after your Hangout is over. My promise is this: to clarify and eliminate confusion you probably have, show you immediate opportunities you can latch onto right now, and give you actionable ideas you can work on the minute we're finished here today. So who am I, and why should you even listen to me? Well, my primary digs these days online is my own website, therealtygram.com. I have lots of blogs and a very ubiquitous presence online. You can find me pretty much everywhere. I write books, I write articles, I blog, and I teach. On a purely personal level, there is nothing more musical in my day than hearing my granddaughter call me babci. And babci is the Polish word for grandmother, and I just love it every time I hear her say it. I make the best bread on the planet Earth, and my soups are to die for. I have the wisdom of a 61-year-old grandmother, and I can hold my own with any techie you throw at me. So what the techies often lack is wisdom. And that's one of the reasons I love working with real estate agents and brokers who have spent some time in the business. They have wisdom. I have been involved with webinars and webinar training for quite a while. I have a product called Webinar Fever that internet marketers have purchased, and they have published my videos about webinars on hundreds of websites all over the world. I was the first person ever to present a seminar about webinars at a Real Estate Educator Association conference in Bonita Springs, Florida, way back in 2008. I've offered real estate agents and brokers online webinar training many, many times. This is a screenshot of an invitation to an event back in 2010 when I taught webinar best practices to agents and gave them a formula for presenting a webinar for first-time homebuyers. I'm moving that training over to Google Plus Hangouts, and here you see a screenshot of an event banner for a Google Hangout I recently hosted about the same subject. 28 years ago, I set up chairs and tables in a local church basement for first-time homebuyers. 3 years ago, I did those seminars online with GoToWebinar and WebEx. Now Google makes it easier than ever. Webinars and online presentations are not new, and video is all the rage. So where are you right now in your business? Do you have a content strategy for videos and engagement? And if not, what's stopping you? I'll give you my take on that. I think most people are plagued by self-limiting beliefs that they cannot do it. And you know what? That's just a mean trick you're telling you, that you're letting your own mind play on you, because this stuff is not too complicated. There's a new shift happening right now, so it's sure as heck not too late. Heck, you could start now and still call yourself an early adopter, and you will be spot on. And it really is necessary, really. And it's not only necessary, it's your obligation. You have certain obligations when you are in business. You have to keep up with laws pertaining to your business. Real estate licensees must adhere to state regulations, and there are ethical considerations attached to realtor membership. It's your obligation to keep up with all of that. It's also your obligation to keep up with best practices that help you do your business so you can make money. Let's be totally honest here. The average age of realtors is mid-50s these days. I dare say most 50-something agents and most 60-something agents are not fully funded for their retirement years. Most of them have a long way to go on the road to financial independence. Now, here's what's so exciting. When there is a fundamental shift in the web, you have a special opportunity to leverage the momentum attached to that shift to attract more clients, generate more referrals, and make a lot more money. I'm watching lots of people across many verticals seizing that opportunity right now. I don't see a lot of that in real estate. You have an obligation to yourself, and you have an obligation to your family to create an income that will sustain you in your retirement years. This is my view as a 61-year-old grandmother, and I see enormous opportunity here. I've been working in the real estate industry for almost 30 years, and I sincerely and honestly believe we are at a crossroads of time right now, right here. So let's get on with some basic training, and in the next couple of weeks there will be more training where we will go deeper into some of the things we're talking about today. And if that is something that resonates with you, I hope you will leave a comment or a like or share this video with others, because I am also looking for increased engagement. I'm going to share as much as I can in the next couple of weeks, and I'm not going to hold anything back. If you have a question, ask it in the comments, and I will answer each and every question personally. Okay, here we go. Exactly what is a Hangout on air? Some people are calling Hangouts a webinar replacement, and they're right. Some people are saying GoToWebinar is dead. I probably wouldn't go that far, but I'm not ruling it out yet either. Google Hangouts offer you a way to present your own webinars online, live, without recurring monthly fees. Basic GoToWebinar services cost about $50 a month for 25 attendees, and some people pay as much as $499 a month for 1,000 seats. You can host a Google Hangout on your own blog to an unlimited number of people using YouTube bandwidth, and that's enormous bandwidth, and you can do it for free. On top of that, YouTube will render the video automatically and post it to your YouTube channel a few moments after your Hangout ends. You can leave it there, or just as it is, or you can edit it right on YouTube using simple editing tools. You can trim it, and you can add annotations and links right in the video. If you like, you can download the video You can make it private, and you can serve it up as premium content and charge money for it. It really is quite amazing. And if that's not awesome enough, the whole shift in search engine rankings is mind-boggling. Listen, Google and YouTube are giving lots and lots of weight to Hangout videos in their search results. This is their baby, remember? Google Plus and Google Plus Hangouts are a baby. These Hangout videos are ranking on page 1 for highly competitive keywords, where the only optimization is the title of the video. I'm going to be doing a separate video using case studies to show examples of this. It's amazing. Now, who's using Hangouts, you ask? Well, I'll tell you, Steven Spielberg used a Hangout to launch his last movie. The White House is using it to share the president's message. The First Lady is hanging out. Boomer Joe Biden is hanging out. And the First Lady of Real Estate is using Hangouts. Sherry Chris is president and CEO of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. She's hanging out here with brokers on her network talking about generational issues in real estate brokerage. It's a great discussion, and I'll put a link to the video in the comments below. I have a hunch Better Homes and Gardens brokers will be early adopters of Hangout technology. Mark my words. Now let's get back to those limiting beliefs we were talking about a little earlier and put them to rest. This is as easy as you want to make it. You do not need screencasting software. You don't need Camtasia or ScreenFlow or any other third-party software to do a Hangout. Google and YouTube are giving you the keys to the kingdom. You do not need fancy editing software. You can trim the video and edit it right in YouTube. You don't need fancy presentation software. I'm using Google Docs for this presentation. I love PowerPoint, but I am loving Google Docs presentations more and more. It's easy. I love easy. Easy gives me more time to make bread and soup and cookies for my granddaughter. Do I at least have you thinking, okay, I want to do this. What can I talk about in my Hangouts? I've got you covered, and right now I'm going to switch my presentation to another Google Doc app called MindMeister to share some ideas with you. I love mind maps. If you've been following me for a while, you know I do a lot of mind map training. It's a great way to organize my thoughts, and it's a great presentation tool. In fact, I'm going to share this mind map with you in a link under the replay so you can download it and refer to it afterward if you like. This mind map has 50 real estate hangout ideas. A couple of years ago, I might have titled this same map, 50 Real Estate Blog Ideas. Are you starting to sense something about the synergy of this methodology? Home buyers. Do you work with home buyers? Do you think there are some questions they have? Do you think there is a special set of questions you can answer for first-time home buyers in a Hangout? Some questions about financing? How about negotiating tips for buyers who build new homes or open house tips? Do you work in any special niches? HUD Homes is my favorite niche, and there are some great Hangouts you can offer that are specific to this niche and this niche alone. Do you think you can attract some interest to a Hangout for police officers, about 50% discount on a HUD home? How about teachers? Do you think they might be interested in how to buy a home at a 50% discount? How about firefighters and emergency medical technicians? You can drill down into your niche with a Hangout. Really drill down. Get real specific. Create content that will be highly meaningful to your audience in the most engaging way possible. Real estate investors are the group to watch in terms of engagement and marketing. Residential agents could take some good lessons from real estate investors, and there are some terrific topics with universal appeal you can apply to your own market. Imagine creating a Cleveland real estate investor blueprint hangout. How to make money as a landlord in Cleveland. There's no limit to the possibilities in real estate investor hangouts. People in this niche have been doing webinars about these topics for years. Would you like to attract new sellers and get some new listings? There are lots of topics you can cover and start generating content you can publish on your blog that will attract new clients long after your hangout is over. Distressed homeowners is a vastly underserved niche. Think about it. What are most real estate agents talking about when they market to this group? How to do a short sale, right? This is an amazing opportunity to differentiate yourself in a market where most real estate agents don't even use the words home retention on their websites. Invite guests and talk about ways people can keep their homes. Yeah, imagine this. There's a homeowner who is struggling financially. He falls behind on his mortgage and he receives a notice of default from his lender, and that notice of default goes on record in the county courthouse. Within a week, that homeowner has a fistful of letters from local real estate agents, all promising salvation with a short sale. Every one of them is trolling for that listing, except one. That homeowner gets a postcard with a notice about a Google Hangout with actionable tips about how he can save his home, and there's no pitch for the listing. Imagine that homeowner is able to find a sustainable financial solution and keep his home. How do you think he's going to feel about the agent who sent him that card versus the dozens of other agents who were all about the listing? What is he going to think about? Who will he remember? Who will he refer when his friend or family member decides to buy a home or sell a home? I'm going to have a very special in-depth training on this topic very soon as part of this video series, and I will be sharing some presentations with you and other resources you can use in your Hangout, so stay tuned. How about FSBOs? The for sale by owner niche is a particular favorite of mine, and you can have lots of fun with this one. To keep your inspiration fire stoked, carry a notebook. I have a notebook with me at all times so I can jot down ideas that occur to me. If I'm online when an idea happens, I make a note in a special notebook in Evernote for content ideas. In fact, I have a special template for topic ideas, and I'm going to share that also in addition to the mind map when I post the replay. Google search and Amazon search are also great places to germinate ideas, and a little birdie tells me there's more coming on that too, so watch for those videos. There are a bunch of them coming to a Hangout theater near you soon. All right. Now we have lots of ideas. Let's talk about what we can do with that content after the Hangout. Let's take one of our Hangout ideas and see what we can do with it. Imagine we have just completed a rocking 30-minute content-packed Hangout for home buyers titled 5 Negotiating Tips for Working with Builders. Maybe we did a bunch of marketing and sent invitations on social media and lots of people showed up and engaged. Maybe we didn't invite anyone and the only person who attended was another agent in our office. You know what? That part doesn't matter because it's what happens after the Hangout that matters most. Am I saying we're not looking for lots of engagement and live action? No. What I'm saying is this. Let's take it one step at a time. Let's do this a few times where we can make mistakes, learn the system, and have some crushing failures without the whole world watching. After we get our footing and we have our system in place, we'll work to leverage the benefits of live engagement, but not when we're new to this and not when we're starting out. When the Hangout is over, YouTube will render and publish the video to our YouTube channel. We have lots of options at this point. It will appear on YouTube and Google Plus automatically. We can go to YouTube and optimize the video, and we can take the embed code and publish the video on our blog. We can also download the video and do more with it. Let's think about that title for a minute here. 5 Negotiating Tips for Working with Builders. Now, we have about 30 minutes of video, subtract about 5 minutes of the introduction, the wind-up. That gives us about 25 minutes of tips, or approximately 5 minutes for each tip. Okay, so we carve out each 5-minute tip, and we have 5 more videos we can add to YouTube. People love short videos, and all of a sudden, we have a series of videos. You may want to release the second video the day after tip 1 is published, and the third video and fourth video and fifth videos the following days. And after that, but of course, each video gets its very own blog post. And each blog post is scheduled to appear on subsequent days on your WordPress calendar. And you find you are publishing a series of blog posts, and you can do that every day until they're all published. Now, Now, you have a whole series of congruent, relevant content your website visitors can digest in small bites. And did I mention how much Google loves congruent, relevant content on your YouTube channel and in your blog? They just love it. In fact, you have so much content, you can prepare a special report you can offer on your blog as a customer attraction magnet. You can offer web visitors this report and collect email addresses and build your list. Sounds like a great time to write a press release about your special report and blog series. And bookmark that special press release on Dig, Delicious, StumbleUpon, and other bookmarking sites. And create some RSS feeds. Is there more? Sure, there's lots. But I think you get the general idea. Look at all that content you can create with a single Hangout with 5 tips. Imagine carving out a day and concentrate just on Hangout content. You can create a phenomenal amount of content if you plan your day, stay focused, and just do it. I hope you have had some good takeaways. As I've said, we are just starting our Hangout journey, and we have lots to cover. We made some pretty good progress today. We talked about a seismic shift online that is changing the face of the Internet and will have enormous impact on the way all of us work and engage. We know what a Hangout is and a little bit about what we can do with it. We scoped out a blueprint for content planning around a single Hangout. And you will have access to a mind map of ideas and a content idea template under the replay of this video. But before we wrap up, I want to share a couple of takeaways I had recently from training I am taking about Google Hangouts. Yes, I'm taking lots of new training. I have some new Hangout plugins on my blogs, and I am deeply involved in a couple of high-level training classes. I learned about that what happens after the Hangout is more important than what happens on the Hangout. I attended a superb training session recently with Jason Fladlin, who is a highly successful marketer and trainer. Real estate agents, you're going to love his backstory here. Listen here. 4 years ago, Jason was a house painter, making $12 an hour. He connected the dots in the Internet marketing world, and presently he runs a $4 million a year business. After listening to him, I am less concerned about the traffic up front at the Hangout than I am in what I do with the content afterward. Mario Brown is another success story, and when Mario talks about taking massive, imperfect action, I am inspired. Do you ever hold back from doing something because you're waiting for it to be perfect? Let go of perfection. Massive, imperfect action trumps inaction every time. Let me say that again. Massive, imperfect action trumps inaction every time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and leave a comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments, and I will respond to each and every question. I'll see you soon.